how do you do that?
Like you're yawning, like right before you yawn, like it's when the back of your throat is the most open, and yeah,
Your face looks crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna look completely terrible.
So you keep your whole throat open, like,
Yeah, the point is to keep your throat
and
open.
he sings like that.
No.
Meat Beefy sings
Meat
like
Beefy?
that.
No, it's just that's the warm up.
But he sings full songs
Probably
when he,
yeah.
or maybe he does like, but then he'll sing and he'll just be like, like it's
Yeah,
really
he sings
weird.
really low. He's got like Elvis, kind of Elvis-y.
Because it's like no matter what I did, you know, scale. It's like no
Major
matter
scale.
what I did today to try and warm up, it just like my throat just hurt. It didn't matter. It was just like it started that way. So I was like trying to make whale sounds, like.
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
Yeah. Where did that come from?
I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
You can sing it.
I can now.
What
I don't
page
know.
do you think of that one?
I thought we had it written down. One of the nights you were
Oh,
gone,
yeah,
I
yeah,
went
yeah.
through the list and was just kind of like, I've covered that in a band before.
I've never sang that.
Can you sing some Billy Corgan?
I don't know.
I cry my eyes out.
I don't think I've ever.
I'm not knocking Billy Corgan by any means. He just has a nasally voice. Hey guys. Whoa, hey, whoop, whoop, shaking. Bring the house down.
I don't think I've ever. I don't think I ever sat around and sang any Pumpkin songs.
Yeah.
Not that I didn't like them. I just didn't. It wasn't what was happening in my room. I don't know.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I've always really liked, was it Jimmy Chamberlain, a drummer? He's next level talented. They're all super talented, but he was always like the standout. Excuse me. The standout for me, listening to the drums. They were always like super solid. It's like we're both like huge 311 fans, so like when you listen to 311, it's like no matter what, like the drums are gonna be awesome. So it's like even if the song is like meh, like you can just like lock in and just listen to the drums or like just listen to the bass and
Yeah.
be happy.
Yeah.
That's Pumpkin songs where I'm felt like if they were droney or something or just not my thing, I would just listen to the drums. I'm like, oh yeah, this is awesome.
That makes sense. Dude, I like really. What's the bass player's name in Alanis Morissette's band? Because
I only know Taylor Hawkins.
is he the bass player?
That's the drummer.
Alright.
The passed away, the Foo Fighters drummer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The bass in like all of her songs
They're
almost
so-
are like
it's so
it's
good,
so
dude.
good.
Like,
It's so good.
you know
like
what?
I mean, I don't know anything about playing bass, but like
Just
it's
because
really fun.
This person deserves, he deserves his flowers, or she deserves their flowers. Yeah, Alanis Nadine Morissette.
Is it? I feel like I heard somebody pronounce her name Alanis, and I was like, I've never said it that way. I've been saying her name wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
Chris Chaney? Is it Chris Chaney from Jane's Addiction? Played for Jane's Addiction, AC/DC.
I do not know.
He played with Shakira / Avril Lavigne.
Wow.
So Jagged Little Pill specifically.
Where every song is amazing,
Yeah.
like every song. And even more amazing as I've gotten older. Still trying to find him.
Lance Morrison.
Okay.
Oh, Flea played bass on You Ought to Know. I
Really?
didn't know that. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that.
That's That's cool. I didn't know
However,
that either.
Flea of the Red Hot Chili Peppers played bass on the hit single "You Oughta Know."
That's a pretty.
That tracks.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Wow.
That makes it even more fun than it already was.
Yeah. So it's Taylor Hawkins and Flea, Alanis Morissette, and I don't know on guitar. It's very rare that when it comes to bands, like I can name other members of the band, but not the guitar player.
Mm.
And then when that happens, I like usually that the band, like the whole band, is like super nasty.
Super nasty.
Super nasty.
So nasty. It's fun. That song is hard to sing. We will eventually try that song. But that song is harder than I thought it would be. It's also one of those fun ones where it's like if you're gonna cover something like an Alanis song or like a Cranberry song, and you know they have that signature like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know how to describe it,
vocal
but the signature
tone.
vocal tone that like, yeah. When you're gonna cover a song with that in it, you can't just like do that. Like you can't just like jump up in there and like fucking, you know, yeah. Like I can't. No. So then you have to figure out how you're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Because
like
I
do it
can't just
your
be
own
like,
way.
I'm gonna come up in here and saying you ought to know, just like her.
Yeah.
Just like the, you know, like Zombie when people try to do the.
Zombie. Yeah.
Zombie. Yeah. I
eh.
mean, you gotta do the but like the little like, what is the word for that? It's like a. It's almost like a bend.
Yeah.
When you do a bend when you're playing, you know, is that right?
Yeah, she is doing
It's like a
bends with her
bend.
voice, yeah.
Maybe. I don't know how to word it, but that.
I can't. I'm like locked into the conversation, but then I'll look at the camera and it totally disconnects me from the conversation.
Yeah,
even
so
if I'm
don't
gonna do
look
it.
at the camera.
I know.
Don't ever look at it.
I know.
Looking over there just makes it all feel weird. Well, I mean, I'll look at it like when I'm smiling at it, but I never look at our shit because then it's just weird.
Yeah.
Then we just look like we're like.
But we have to like.
I mean, we're watching a chat. I get it. There's a chat.
Yeah.
but
Yeah. We're
it's
in.
fine.
We're. If you're watching us live, we're on Twitch. Twitch.tv/There Might Be Music. But if you're watching it on YouTube, you should watch us on Twitch. But the YouTube.com/There Might Be Music. Full video. Like, subscribe, share.
Light scribe, share.
Yeah, I blended the two. Like, subscribe, and share, or like, subscribe, share.
All of those things.
But yeah, the goal is every Thursday night, twitch.tv/There Might Be Music. Every Thursday night, 10:30. Cornbread King should be back next week. We wish him the best if he's watching.
Is he doing some other band stuff today, or?
I don't know.
Okay.
He gave me some info. I don't know. He couldn't make it. He's out of town right now. That's really all I know. I don't have any like crazy details. I'm just can't share.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to.
Non-disclosure agreement or anything.
We don't have to share any details.
Yeah. So the topic that we'd both mentioned we had a little topic we want to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
Would you like to share first? Or would you
Well,
like
it
me
was
to go
one of those
first?
things. I told you it was like I was driving the car.
Boom, 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 boom.
Driving in my car. Dee-dee-dee-dee, driving in my car.
All the way to Minneapolis.
In my car. Listening to just a probably more set radio. And I don't know, like all of these like songs that we loved in the 90s are like just an entirely different perspective, which makes all the sense, right? But like just you knew the words, right? We knew the words when we were teenagers, but like I don't know how, like I could not understand the words in the way that I understand now.
Yeah.
And some of those songs are like not just about breakups and shit, you know, or sticking it to the man or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Not all of
Yeah.
them are like that. Some of them are actually like very
So like
deep.
to drive your point home, as a teenager, and this is speaking purely from my experience, right? Like
Sure.
as a teenager who didn't experience or have words or vocabulary for anxiety, to hear a song that someone has written about dealing with anxiety, I'm not gonna, as someone who didn't know what
Right.
anxiety was or anything, like I'm not gonna hear those lyrics and be like, oh, they're talking about social anxiety, feeling like an outcast, or
Right.
Feeling like an outcast, yes, that's kind of a blanket thing that most of the music we listen to is. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. We didn't have the language.
yeah.
We didn't have the language. We didn't have the perspective. We didn't have the experience, really.
And conditioning too is like I've thought about this. I like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, this touched my brain, but it didn't stick. But like when you hear a song about like, it sounds like a breakup song. Now when I hear that, I'm like, that might not even be like a romantic partner.
Yeah.
That might even be like
Yeah.
a parental figure, a family friend, a friend, like
A value or belief.
a softball teammate.
Yeah.
Like it could be anything.
Yeah.
A value, a belief. Yeah. Like disconnecting
That's
from.
where, I go there with it a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just listening, like, I think it's,
It could be a habit. Like shit, I quit smoking, and it's the hardest thing I've ever done. So I'm gonna write a song about how nicotine makes me feel. And if you write it vaguely enough, like it could sound like you're just addicted to a toxic relationship, like our toddler song, punk song idea.
yeah.
We have an idea for a punk song that will be vaguely written, and if sung by Erin, it'll sound like she's just in an abusive, toxic relationship, but it's really just about like
It's
a
about a
mother's
3-year-old.
relationship with a toddler. Yeah.
Yeah. It won't be so harsh. It might be, like, more funny than harsh, but
Well, it's funny if you know the meaning,
Right.
but if you don't know the meaning without any context, you're like, man, that sounds like a fucked up relationship.
yeah. That one will be fun. But I think I was listening to, so Thank You came on. We were talking about that earlier by
Yeah.
Alanis Morissette.
Thank
And-
you, India.
Yeah.
Thank
but-
you, consequence.
But it was so, I don't know. I always knew that was like again, it was one of those things where, like, when I was younger, I knew this was like a very, like, meaningful statement song. Like, you remember, like, the video. Do you remember the video?
Is that the one where she was nude
Yeah.
and like just in all these different places, and she's like normal speed, but everything is like
Everything's
speeding
just
by
moving
her?
around her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, so good.
Yeah.
So good. But anyway, just listening to that, and it's like, it's, you know, because we always remember, like, the first line, thank you, India, whatever, but it's like, thank you, you know, frailty, thank you,
Oh, yeah.
consequence, thank you, silence, thank you, like, it's really, and those are all the things that
Yeah.
we really do, like, I don't know,
So
go through with
We-
transcendence. And, sorry, go ahead.
no, yeah.
That's fine.
We were driving somewhere and that song came on, and I pulled up the words, and as a 41-year-old listening to those words, I was like, she's speaking about, like, to me, it was like situations that in the moment were the worst for, like, just bad. Not all bad, like some of them were good.
When the
'Cause
what's now? What are you saying?
The experience, like she basically it's singing about silver linings in bad experiences. Thank you, frailty, like moments when you feel like overwhelmed, or you feel like you can't go on, or like giving up, or it's finding like the positive in like any situation, whether it is a positive situation or like complete disparity, like, because no matter what the scenario is, you live through it and you come out of it, so you can look back at it in retrospect and be like, I'm grateful that happened to me because of how I am today.
Yeah, I like that perspective for sure.
That was my takeaway from
That's
it.
your takeaway, yeah. I like that. I mean, it's all really the same. Like, what we're saying is going to be the same, because what you're saying is, like, these are moments you learned, or
Yeah.
you know, the experience that you got from that led you to whatever. But that's what I would like. It's just every word that she used is just like the most powerful. like silence, like
Thank
like
you, silence.
all these these moments that we, you know, you wouldn't, when we were younger, we didn't think that was like an important thing, or that we were going to learn much from that. But then, like, what came out of that? Like, reflection, self-awareness,
Tranquility.
just inner peace, maybe, or just yeah. I don't know.
Because like,
It's-
thank you silence could mean so many things.
Of course.
Either you've been in your own head and your own brain is your worst enemy, so you're like, finally there's silence. Or you have a house full of kids and you walk outside and someone else is taking care of them for a minute.
Literally
Yeah,
thankful for the
literally.
silence.
Yeah, like literal.
Yeah.
That's what's fun to be an empath, or just, when music touches you, if music touches you on a different level, which I'm guessing if you're watching our podcast, it does. So like, it's so open to interpretation, which is the beauty of all of it, right?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like-
Well, and that's why, like, half the time when we mishear lyrics, it means so much more to us than it actually, like, not more, but, like, it just means so much, it means something entirely different and deep for us than it actually, the meaning to the person that wrote it or whatever.
Yeah,
I love that.
too.
But I think my favorite lines in that song, and I know, like, tonight isn't all about that song, but, like, it just hit me so hard today when I was listening to it. But because, the verses are like, how about blah, blah, whatever, it's different things. But my favorite verse is the one that's like, how about unabashedly bawling your eyes out?
Yeah.
God, I knew I would forget, like, lines. But anyway, that verse is just, it's so good. It's so
It's
good.
true.
It's that thing, I knew I would sit here today and just be like, I can't convey what I'm feeling and thinking about all of
Yeah.
this. I just know that when the song was playing, I was like, yes.
Like, I'm guessing you were driving when this happened,
Yeah.
right? So I'm not condoning or endorsing this, but the Notes app on my phone,
Oh, yeah, I
don't
couldn't
be on
have
your
done
phone
that.
while you're driving. I don't
Right.
endorse that. But when you're stopped at a red light or sitting in traffic, my metal album, I wrote all of those words while sitting in traffic.
Yeah.
And like having those moments, I know like they're windows down, whatever, sun shining or it's raining, whatever, but you're driving and like you're just feeling all the things, so you can't really like. And then if you do try to like write down or notate, then the feeling goes away because you've taken yourself out of it to do something else. So
Yeah.
it's fleeting, man.
It's hard when you can't write it down or, it does, you just have the feeling that you're left with that you can't explain. I don't know. Go listen to the damn song.
Yeah.
Just listen to it. So good. And then also Collective Soul came on. And I was just like, at first, it was the world I know, which is amazing. It really is an amazing song. But, yeah. But just in general, I was like, all these things that we, like, I don't know, when we were younger, we were just surrounded by all these things that we would later perceive in such a different way. Probably in the way that they were meant at the time, and now we've grown into it and we can see it. But just the name, like, I think Collective Soul is probably one of the coolest band names.
That is a really cool band name.
It's so good. Collective Soul, like, come on. It's perfect. So good.
I just pulled that out of my ass.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
Pulling notes out your ass and chords. That's not Collective Soul, is it?
Is it not?
No, I don't think so. That's like, didn't mean to treat you oh so bad. Isn't that like Candlebox or something?
Ah, it's Candlebox, yeah. Hey. Yikes, it was good call. Candlebox.
But cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Candlebox was cool too.
I feel like I remember people being like, Candlebox, the band you love to hate, or something like that. I don't know why.
Really?
I don't know. Is that a thing? Were they a one-hit wonder?
Yeesh. I don't think so. So, if Wes were here, Wes's dad was a
Yeah.
label exec for Warner Brothers for a long time. And he was like the in-between guy between the label and the band. And if he was here, he'd probably correct me 100 times on what's coming out of my mouth. But he represented Candlebox.
Okay.
And Candlebox signed, I think, to a very poor deal. It was one of the deals where Warner Brothers gave them a bunch of money to produce an album, and basically like a really ridiculous loan, and they paid for everything. And and somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this was their demise. Is like Warner Brothers gave them a bunch of money to do everything. They did everything, released the album, went out on tour. Warner Brothers did not get the return that they wanted on album sales and all that stuff. So Warner Brothers, while they were on tour for their first album, pulled the plug on them.
Oh, shit.
And Wes's dad was the individual who broke the news to them on the tour bus that they were pretty much done as a Warner Brothers artist. I wish he were here.
You're just playing the telephone game at this point.
Yeah. And this is, when I received this information, it was in the early 2000s, so I couldn't be like, Google, tell me the truth. So anybody out there is like a pocket detective, put it up in the comments and tell us what really happened.
But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's cool.
Play
It's
some
cool to
Alanis
be-
Morissette?
Yeah, it's cool to look back on those things and
Yeah.
feel them see them and feel them from a different perspective.
Well, speaking of looking back on things,
Mm-hmm.
my thing is not as deep. Could be, but it's not as psychological as your thing.
Okay.
What was your first concert? First, I'm gonna preface this because I need boundaries on it because
Okay.
I grew up going to shows with my dad and stuff, with his band and stuff. First concert on your own, with a friend or.
I think it was The Cure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was 15
With
before I
Alex?
went to a concert that I got tickets to.
Yeah, with Alex and Tessa B.
Yeah.
Painted your face and stuff.
Well, I put eyeliner on the guys' faces.
Oh yeah. Alex
It was
wore
for fun.
eyeliner.
Yeah.
Guyliner.
Little Clockwork Orange
Get it.
action.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that was my first. It was
How'd it go?
It was awesome. It was so fucking awesome.
You were
I mean,
15.
it was The Cure.
You were 15 and you were seeing your favorite band.
My favorite band.
Awesome, I don't think does that
No,
justice.
it was-
There's not even a word
yeah.
for that. Awesome, that was.
I don't know another word. It was so good. It was so good, and it was the first time I ever went to Lakewood
Oh
Amphitheater. Shout out.
yeah. ATO.
And we got rear-ended on the way there.
Still having a
So
good time.
our 15-year-old selves in the car
in
with our
goth paint.
No, I didn't have that on.
I'm talking about Alex had guyliner
yeah,
on.
yeah,
stuff
yeah,
and-
yeah. Yeah, they immediately wanted me to wipe that off their face so they wouldn't be judged by the cops. It sucks. But yeah, it's really we had rented this car, and then this person, I don't know what
That's
they were
a
doing.
big night. How old is Alex?
I know. I don't-
21?
Well, Alex is. How old is my brother? He's 5 years older than me. 4 years, maybe 4 years older than me.
He's 19. He's a teenager. Who rented the car?
I don't know. One of them.
One of who? Alex.
Alex or Micah. I don't know. One of the guys.
Yeah.
Or
I'm not
maybe
trying to
their family.
interrogate you. I'm
maybe
just
their mom. I have no idea.
trying to peel
I
back
know
some
the
layers
story.
to the story because as an 18, 19-year-old renting a car and going to a concert in Atlanta when you grow up in the suburbs of North Georgia, that's a
Yeah.
huge night.
It was a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
That's why, when we got rear-ended, it made us late, and I was so mad.
Did you miss
about
any
it.
of the Cure?
Yeah, we missed. I mean,
You had a
I don't know
2-hour
how
drive
much
to
we
get there
missed.
too.
Yeah, I don't know how much we missed, but we were running up, and they were playing. I think they were playing something at that point in time. Their album Blood Flowers was newer, because I feel like Blood Flowers came out in 2000. No, if I was only 15. I don't
was
even remember.
98.
Shit, I'd have
That
to
was
check myself
90s.
on it. Maybe it came out in 99.
We're dating ourselves.
Oh my gosh, my nose is so itchy. Yeah, but it was really fun. So, and we had stopped at the gas station or whatever, so we had Fruitopia and candy and all this shit in the back seat or whatever, and then we get hit and Fruitopia goes everywhere. Anyway, we still went. Didn't keep us from going.
Right.
which is impressive now that I think about it. I'm like, we were in a car that apparently was a rented car, or maybe it was a borrowed car. I don't know. It wasn't. It did not belong to any of us.
I mean, that probably
So-
helped your cause because it wasn't a personal car.
Yeah.
Because if you wreck a personal car, that wrecks your whole week. But if you're like, it's a rental, I don't give a shit.
It still runs. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll get it there.
Yeah, but we got there. It was awesome. I think I'm trying to remember. I think I remember what I was wearing too, which is really silly.
Do
but
tell.
so I think I was wearing my green Jinkos.
Oh.
I had these
How big were they?
They weren't ridiculous big. These were actually a little more like,
Cargo-y?
yeah, kind of. No like cargo pockets or anything like that, but just like
What kind of green?
they were wide leg. Oh my God, what is that? I don't know how to
Dark
describe
green?
it.
Light green?
A darker,
Okay.
like a 70s green almost.
Gotcha. Like a moss.
Like a moss. Perfect. Yes, like a moss green. And I think I had this like black like halter top thing that was like leathery or shiny or something, and like had long
Pleather
straps
from Hot Topic.
Yeah, I'm sure it was pleather.
Yeah, that was
And I
weird.
would like wrap the straps around my body a couple
yeah.
of times because it was like I didn't really like belly stuff, but it was like short. It was like a shorter shirt, so I like wrapped the things around me. And I think at the time I was doing this weird thing with my hair where I would like just tie it in knots. I don't know.
Sure.
I don't know. I would tie it in knots, and so my hair was just all fucked up and
You sound like Lita from the Hardy Boys.
probably had glitter all over. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
There's like two people that are going to get the reference I just made. Be like, I can see it. It was a
What was your reference?
Lita, the Hardy Boys were a tag team in professional wrestling in like the 90s and
Oh.
2000s.
Wow.
And Lita was like a female that like accompanied them, and she was a badass wrestler too. But it was like they always, even Jeff and Matt Hardy wore like combat boots and like Jinkos, but like more of like the straight leg, but
Okay.
still like super baggy.
Yeah.
And they wore like fishnet stuff, and like Jeff would wear like pantyhose on his arms and like cut them, so like they all look like torn and stuff.
We got so creative, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it was just, we were so creative.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't just go buy something cool. Like, you created something cool.
It's true.
I was always doing something ridiculous.
I mean, that cat, remember Pipes? Levi Pipes. They were like Levi's answer to the Jinko, but they didn't get super crazy big. They were cheaper. So like poorer kids like me, not to say that you weren't poor or anything, but yeah. But they were like more of like, when I say straight leg, I don't mean like straight leg below the knee. I mean like from the belt. It was just like a straight fabric all the way down to the foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just wide leg pants.
I feel like wide leg or boot cut, like they flare at the bottom. Like most of
No,
those.
wide leg are just wide all the way down.
Gotcha. But yeah.
Yeah.
And like they cover your whole shoe,
Yeah.
but that's it. Like just big enough to cover your shoe.
Yeah. I had a pair of jeans that like sound kind of like what you're saying. They were like baggy, but not like a Jinko was so baggy that it would just like hang straight down. Like it
Yeah.
wasn't getting bunched up anywhere.
No.
These, like, I had a pair of jeans that would, like, they were wide leg, but they would still get, like, bunched up, and they had, like, a reflective strip or something
Yeah,
down the
one of
side.
those, yeah. That whole wide leg thing is like, that's back in fashion now.
Yeah.
People be wearing like Adidas and like wide leg jeans.
I'm kind of sad I don't have any of mine anymore because I might be able to wear them. Like, I might be able to fit in them.
I had a pair of like $60 Jinkos that were, I think they were 72-inch bottoms. Like they were like huge. They were
Wow.
black and silver with the reflective strip down the side.
I never had black ones, like big fat black.
Yeah, they were black.
That
and
wasn't quite my style.
they had the pocket that was like at your ankle. Like it started here. It's like if you put your wallet in your butt pocket, it would fall all the way down to
All the
like
way
your
down.
ankle. Yeah. There's a picture floating around there of me in eye black wearing like a Green Day shirt, and I have those Jinkos on. Yeah, like I just had my eyes like just blacked out.
Like you just like as though you had a black eye.
It was no, it was like just I don't know, eye black, dude. My eye was just blacked out. Like I would try to look like I had a black eye. It was like I don't know what I was going for. I had like pomade in my hair. It was dyed like crazy colors. My eyes were blacked out. The best part about this story is me and my buddy. If you look at the picture, I'm standing up. My buddy Corey is crouched down. He has eye black on as well, and it's like almost like Kiss-esque.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like eye black, and then like came down to a point like Sting or The Crow, Kiss-esque. If you look closely at the picture, we're at a pumpkin patch. Picking up pumpkins with our family.
That's pretty funny.
Yikes. Yeah, it's real. I'll see if I can find it. I'll throw it up there shamelessly.
I love that.
Yeah. That's a good first concert story.
Yeah, it was awesome. I was so excited to be there. What was your first concert?
So I just told this story the other day, and I think it was to Wes when Wes was here. But so back in the day, and retelling this story to Wes, and then putting it in 2025 terms, it just like blew my mind, right? So it's like 1997, 98, maybe 98, because I think I'm 13, 14, and was at the Masquerade in Atlanta. And this is the crazy part about it. Like, my dad took me and my buddy Mike to the show, dropped us off, and the plan was for us to just call his dad whenever we're ready to be picked up. So, like, one of our dads just dropped us off at the Masquerade in Atlanta, and, like...
And just trusted that another dad was going to pick you up and everything was
not even that.
Just left you there.
Just call us when you're ready.
Yeah.
We didn't have a cell phone. Like, I don't even think we had a quarter. Like, just call us when you're ready.
Just
like,
call when you're ready.
He didn't confirm that there's even a phone on the property.
Send a pigeon when you're ready.
yeah. Like, I don't remember there ever being phones at the Masquerade like that.
That's
like,
so funny.
But it was Blink-182.
Wow.
Right. It was like a couple years after Dude Ranch, before they got like super pop punk fame.
Okay.
So I'm at the Masquerade. It might even have been right before Travis Barker joined the band. I don't recall. But, so the Masquerade in Atlanta, there was Heaven, Purgatory, and Hell. They were playing Heaven, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to go to the bathroom in Heaven, like you would walk by the stage, and then there was like the guitar techs and the backstage entrance, and then the bathrooms were off to the right. So they played their show, and towards the end of their set, I went to pee, and I did my business. When it came out, there was like a couple people standing at like where you would get into the backstage, right? And I just go and like kind of stand behind this guy who's got like, he's got a camera and like some papers on him or whatever. And then my buddy finds me, and like he just stands there with me. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I don't know, I'm just hanging out." And after they finished their set, a couple minutes pass, and the bouncer opens the rope up, and the guy that's in front of me, the bouncer goes, "Hey, are you ready to do the interview?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, I'm ready. Oh, by the way, these two guys are with me too," and points to me and my friend.
You had not spoken to this man at all?
Maybe a hi, or I don't.
They were like, "Look at these little 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
Let them in."
So we went backstage, and the guy, as we're walking backstage, the guy is like, "Hey, I work for a magazine or something, and I'm interviewing them for this press release." He's like, "Just follow my lead and act like you work for me." I was like, "Okay." Get backstage, immediately offered alcohol. I was like, "Yes, please."
Wow.
And then I go and I proceed. I think I held the dude's like recorder.
You're 13?
Yeah, I held the dude's.
You're 13 years old.
14 maybe.
Fucking wow.
So while he's interviewing like Tom DeLonge and Mark Hoppus, the bass player, guitar player,
Sure.
he's interviewing them, asking them questions. I'm just like holding the recorder, just like, that's cool. Like I got a buzz, like a beer buzz, like, yeah.
That's crazy because, like, I feel like when we were 13, we looked like fucking children.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
13-year-olds don't look like 13-year-olds now, but we looked like fucking children.
If I recall,
And it's just crazy that, like...
Well, looking back on it like with what I know now, like, the guys in Blink were probably only in their early 20s. So, like, I remember Mark turned around, he took a Sharpie, and on the wall at the Masquerade, he drew a dick plus a vagina equals, and then he drew a baby. And, like, I played at the Masquerade when I was, like, 19 or 20, and as soon as I got backstage, I went to that spot.
It was still there.
And it was still there. I was like, ah!
Stop.
Eventually, they painted over the walls and everything, and it went away. But I was like,
Wow.
yeah.
Such a funny thing to draw on the wall.
So yeah, that night was yeah. I mean, and then after we got out of there, and like we stayed way too late. Like they like their bus call and everything. Like they left, and there was a food truck out front, and I had a hot dog from a food truck at the Masquerade at like 2 or 3 in the morning. Which, by the way, 2 or 3 in the morning, Gesundheit. Call his parents, and his dad was just there waiting for us because it was 2 in the morning, and we're 14.
How long had he been there waiting?
He didn't say he wasn't mad. He wasn't mad at all.
It was not a thing. What?
In defense,
So
like
crazy.
my dad understands like concert dynamics and like noise ordinance and like all this stuff. Mike's dad, yeah, like dude, he had like an IT job and like he went to bed at like 8 o'clock every night. Like he didn't listen to music. Like trains were his hobby. I'm not knocking him.
But
I'm
that
just saying.
surprises me though that he was so chill though. At 2 a.m.
He was always
We
just
would
a
be like,
quiet
"It's
guy."
like at 2 a.m.
No, he just never. Don't ever.
Wow.
He would crack some like random jokes, and you're like, "Did you just make a joke, Bruce?" He was like, because he was just so quiet all the time. But yeah, so I ate a hot dog, drove back to Deerfield, which is in Cherokee County, from the Masquerade, and fucking puked my balls off
From the hot dog
from
or
the hot
beer?
dog. I think from the hot dog.
You didn't get drunk. Did you get drunk?
I mean, to a 14-year-old, I got fucking hammered. But looking back on, no, I probably had like 2 or 3. I had like 2 beers.
Mike's dad wasn't like, you smell like beer. Like none of that.
Mm-mm.
It's so funny.
I had like 2 beers, maybe 3. I probably smoked a little bit too. But we brought that with us. Yeah, dude. So I was kind of spoiled because I was like, I got this like entitlement of like, ooh, if I try hard enough or push enough, I will get backstage at every concert I ever go to.
Yeah, like that set the tone for you.
That's
You
my
were
first
like,
concert
I will
by
always
myself.
Go backstage.
Yeah,
Did you always try like every time for a long time?
most times, yeah. Until I was like 25.
How
And I
many
was like, man, I'm tired. I want to go home. Like, yeah.
How many times have you been backstage at a concert?
I met, oh God, don't judge me. This was back in the 90s. But 90s. It was the 90s. Kid Rock.
It was the 90s.
Yeah. Maybe 2001, 2002.
Early 2000s,
Yeah,
yeah.
like Bawa Taba days. Kid Rock.
Gross. I'm just kidding.
Met Eminem.
Okay.
Yeah. Eminem was
How
touring
was
with
that?
him. It was fine. He was like, it was before the Slim Shady LP came out, so like he was on tour with Kid Rock.
Just a dude in a white tee
Yeah.
hanging out.
Chilling,
Who
wearing
else?
a hoodie. Mostly at the Masquerade. I've never been backstage at the Tabernacle. I've never been backstage at Lakewood. I've tried, dude. I tried so hard to get backstage at Metallica at Lakewood. Like, almost died. Almost fell off a pipe into a river.
Oh, that's right. You were like trying to climb your way.
Oh, yeah. We did some scaling. So really, maybe like 3 times. I met Dimebag at the Masquerade. It was really just the Masquerade.
Okay.
I met Jeff Loomis from Nevermore. I met Dimebag from Pantera. Just the Masquerade was so cool because like you could just post up, and like
Yeah.
the band members have to walk by this section to get to the stage. So even if you don't get backstage, like you get to high five them, maybe get an autograph, like take a picture. Like
That's cool.
that's what happened with Dimebag. I got a high five, and like he talked to me for a second before he went up on stage.
That's really cool. I don't think I ever got backstage anyway. I don't
No.
think I tried.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Interesting. No.
So,
I definitely. I mean, I got a shirt signed when I saw the Misfits. I was also like 31 years old at this point. I took my shirt off and passed it up to Jerry. He signed my shirt.
That's fun.
But the awesome part is like there were several people like in front of me. It was my birthday too.
Were you wearing a bra?
Yeah. Yes.
I almost went to that show too.
Yeah, there were a bunch of people in front of me. Like there were layers of people.
Our
And I
relationship
was
might be
just
quite
like,
different.
And I was like, pass this to Jerry. And they did, and they passed it back
Yeah.
to me. And I was like, thank you. That was also like probably the only concert that I remember like crowd surfing.
I crowd surfed
It
once
was fun.
and I'm a heavier dude, so
Yeah.
I'm not like, I don't know, I'm just heavy, and I just felt, I think at the same show, I maybe crowd surfed 2 or 3 times.
Mm.
And like, I busted my ass. Like I dropped a couple times. I was like, nope.
I did a bunch of. It was like I was like a 2-year-old on the slide at the playground or something. It was just
Yeah.
like get up on the stage, go back and do it again. Like it was just really. It was.
Yeah,
really fun. I was like, I'm just gonna keep
they
going.
dump you down, and like you're like,
Yeah.
"Yee!" Like get
Like,
back and
'cause
you
it-
find a dude. You find a dude
That's
that'll
what
lift you.
happened.
Yeah.
I would go up to like the pit.
You do this number?
Yeah. No, I would go up to the pit and just like hang out there and just like throw elbows until like I made eye contact with this one particular big ass dude, and he was like, "Let's go," and he'd throw me up there.
You do this
And then
number?
yeah, I think he just like threw my body up.
Oh yeah, true. You little.
And then I'd get on the stage and just like fucking screw, and then like go back in there and do the same thing again, and probably like 3 or 4 times. I was like, "It's my fucking birthday."
Wee. Oh. Wee. Oh.
Also, I lost my smoky quartz that I had been wearing for more than a decade that night. So I'm pretty sure the masquerade went down with my stone in it. I went back up there and like on my hands and knees like fished through the muck on the floor to try and find it.
The masquerade.
Yeah.
Heaven. Upstairs.
I feel like it was
Upstairs. It's the Misfits.
yeah.
Like 10 years ago.
probably.
Like I had to.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
remember the distinction between all the places in the masquerade as well as you do. I didn't get to go. I think I went there 3 times, maybe
Fair.
2 or 3 times.
Yeah. I've been to a lot of concerts.
Yeah.
It was like part of my identity for like 20 years. Fun thing. If you ever want to hold this over Wes's head.
Of course I do.
Yeah. So at the time, I was driving a 98 Ford Ranger. And this is like 2002. So I'm driving a Ford Ranger, right? Just a truck. That's the only reason this is
Just
relevant.
a truck.
Just a truck. And we had to get, were we 21? We might have been 21 because we had armbands on, right?
Mm-hmm.
We tailgated, did the thing, went in there, like lit up
At the masquerade?
at the Masquerade to see Damage Plan, which was Dime and Vinny's band after Pantera.
Okay.
We were drinking, having a good time. We go outside to smoke a cigarette. We meet this dude who's a drummer, and you know, me and Wes are guitar players. We've always been eternally looking for a metal drummer. Dude's a metal drummer. It's before cell phones too. So we're like, dude, the guy's like, take my number, like I'll reach out. So Wes is like, we had nothing. So he's like, fuck it. And he cuts his wristband off. He finds a pen, a Sharpie, and he cuts his wristband off and is like, write your number on my wristband.
Wes did this, or the?
Wes did. We go back in. We're very intoxicated. Security ends up finding, like, I think Wes was drinking,
Yeah.
like, from a previous purchase. And we were fucked up. So they were like, dude, you don't have a wristband, and you're hammered. They basically, like, they pulled him into, like, he said he went into, like, an office at the Masquerade and was, like, talking to somebody behind a desk. And they were like, get the fuck out of here. And he was like, no. Anyway, he got kicked out and went and passed out in the bed of my Ford Ranger.
Okay.
That's the night that I met Dimebag.
Oh.
I met Dimebag, and this is honestly like 2 weeks before he got shot.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So like when
Wes was mad.
yeah.
Damn. Spent the night in the bed of the Ford Ranger.
What even? That was probably like a good hour and a half,
Yeah.
but I met Dimebag and he didn't.
Got that guy's phone number though.
Right. I don't even remember what happened with that.
Probably nothing.
Probably nothing. Bunch of drunk
Just
people at a concert.
Yeah. Lots of promises made.
We made it an hour without playing a song.
Holy shit, we've been talking for an hour? What?
Hey, there might be music.
Maybe.
Not tonight.
Probably not tonight.
You feel like singing?
I don't know.
I have to. We're both like pretty chill tonight.
Yeah. I like the concert talk. It's fun.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time that we saw Trivium together and we met that couple?
Ashley
Yeah.
and Daniel Sutter.
I did not remember his name, but way to go. Yes.
They have a shared Facebook group.
Oh, okay. A shared Facebook group?
Profile.
Page. Profile. Oh, okay.
That was when we were, it's Halloween, right?
Yeah.
I was Zombie Jesus. I was Thrash Metal Jesus, and you were a Dead Mermaid.
Yeah. I still don't know where I painted a mermaid skeleton
Cool
onto those
costume.
black clothes. I have no idea where they are.
That was a cool costume.
It was really cool. But anyway, she had posted a thing like recently because we're friends on Facebook
Same.
still.
Yeah.
And she was like, it was some sort of meme or something that's like, that person that you met at a concert one time. And you
10 years ago.
still keep in touch.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Saw Arch Enemy, too.
Yeah.
Jeff Loomis was playing guitar with him. My guitar god. Yeah. Hey.
What? A light just came on.
Do me a favor, now that that light's on, we don't need
Crazy.
this light. You see that little black box right there?
What? Oh, this?
Yeah. The very bottom button, hit it. There you go.
That was weird.
Yeah.
There is a light that never goes out.
What is that?
It's the end of that Smith song.
Yeah.
I don't know what else I was gonna say. Concert talk is fun.
Yeah.
I remember like a show, a 311 show specifically,
Yeah.
and the Wailers were playing or opening, and we had been in the parking lot doing the thing, and I was like, I gotta go see the Wailers because usually like anytime we went to freaking Lakewood to see 311, we barely made it to the opening show.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I've got to see the Wailers. And so like stumbling my way into the place, and I've got to pee. And I will be damned if I wait in the line because the Wailers are playing. So you remember those like little like shack kind of things that they had? Like I think it was like a concession stand or like a merch booth or something, but there was like sometimes they were just sitting there to the side of the walkway, not manned. There's nothing going on. They're just dark.
Yeah.
I decided I'd pee right behind that, which is literally just right there. Like
Your pee just ran
everyone's
onto the
walking
sidewalk.
into the concert and past me. Like, but it was those days of just like, yep, I'm peeing. I'm happy to be here. What's up? Like
Yeah.
no shame.
Yeah.
No shame whatsoever. I can hear the Wailers. I'm peeing. Life is good.
Ignorance is bliss, man. I'm
Wasn't
not
even
calling you.
ignorance, it was
I'm
just-
not calling you ignorant. It's just carefree, man.
Yeah.
Just carefree.
Or maybe even immaturity, or both a little. That's
Yeah.
fine. I'm glad I had those days. It's fine.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm glad I lived through them, but I'm glad I had them.
Yeah. Living through them is the tricky part.
I guess I can only be glad I had them because I lived through them.
Yeah. I was gonna say like 5 things. I'm like, no, I'm gonna check myself. Nope, check myself.
I know. I was like, what? Let's just okay, cool. Change the subject.
Yeah.
What
I was like,
else?
I don't know like exactly what our target audience is yet, so
I don't either.
no, who might be watching this out there?
Well, when we like freaking share it to our personal Facebooks and all of that, it's fucking free for all. It makes it a little weirder, I have to say. There's also like an element of like, well, there it is. Like the vulnerability is out there, the
Yeah.
information is out there. Like whatever,
Yeah.
just let it ride. But then it's also like
We're not running for
"God,
president."
But that's like on my Facebook. Like,
We're not running for president.
ooh. Anyway,
First female president. Not in the running for you anymore.
not gonna be me.
Yeah. She likes to drink wine and sing Alanis Morissette songs. Be a lot cooler if you did.
Yeah. Anyway, good times.
Good times.
Good times. What do you think?
I don't know. You want to sing a song?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I really don't. I didn't come here expecting to sing songs tonight,
Yeah, let's do this.
but I could.
It's an easy one.
This is one of those where I'm like, it could go on forever because there's not really.
Yeah.
It never feels like there's a definitive time to stop singing the same things over and over.
True.
Okay, sorry.
No? It's a good background song.
Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds sit by my doorstep, and they're singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds by my doorstep, singing sweet songs, melodies pure and true. Singing, this is my message to you. I'm singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is gonna be alright. I'm singing, don't worry about a thing, because every little thing is gonna be alright. It's one of like, where do we end it?
Yeah, it's so
We
unrehearsed.
could have gone one more little one. I don't know.
I fucked up those chords. Like,
Yeah. We never really do that way.
I know.
And like when we played it 10 years ago or whatever it was.
That's it. Like, if we're gonna make it go on for 7 minutes, like I gotta like change the dynamic, you know.
Yeah.
So.
I know. I was like, as I was singing, I was like, he doesn't say anything else. Like, this is- 'cause we were really-
I thought there
this
were
is-
like 7 verses in here.
Well, he does this thing where he's like, I won't worry. You know, like he'll say different things or whatever. I don't know. Little, yeah, little Bobisms. Yeah. Bobisms. We haven't done this in so long.
Somebody tell Todd he can turn the radio back on.
Baby, when you grab a hold of me, tell me that I'll never be set free. But I'm a parasite. Creep and crawl, I step into the light. 2 pints of booze, that with all Sublime songs.
Where's your kazoo?
Am I supposed to sing right now?
Kazoo.
What is it? Wait, hold on. No, I don't remember it. Oh, yeah. What is it?
Got no money to spend.
I hope this night will never end. Lord knows I'm weak. Won't somebody get me off of this? It has been so long.
So long. That was a random one.
So long.
Deep cut.
That's fun. Yeah, I can remember. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never really learned that solo.
Yeah. That's fun.
What's some of the other? We're talking about since Cornbread King's not here, just playing some
Just
random
like
stuff.
soft little old things that we.
Soft little.
Soft little old things, honey. Honey. I don't know. Yeah, not that one.
Yeah.
Not that one. Oh yeah, when we first started the stream, we would do Three Little Birds at 11:11.
Yeah. Our biggest moment ever on stream, we got raided by a party of like 500 plus people because we were playing Bob Marley at 11. They like another streamer.
That became the good luck thing. Is that what that was?
Yeah. Oh man, I want to give them a shout out because they were awesome. Neebs Gaming. It's a gaming group over 40 gaming group that games for world peace.
Game for world peace.
I think is their thing, and we aligned with with what they were vibing with, and they rated us, and they had a party of 500, and
He's been back too.
yeah,
Once or so. Once, twice? I don't know. Maybe.
yeah, it's a good time.
It is.
What was that list?
That was crazy too because we were like done for the night too,
Yeah.
and then 500.
It always happens. Like when
Thing.
we're like, man, let's go to bed. Do you want to try to play some Deftones?
Like what? No, I don't think so. We've done that one like the last 2 times,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I still don't do it well.
Fair. We could rap it. Call night.
Wrap it? Oh.
Or could you rap it? You want to rap?
I was like, what are we gonna rap? No.
Hey, what up, dude? See?
Hey.
Every time we're like, yeah, we're going to wrap it up. Somebody
Yeah.
jumps in.
We're like, bye.
Bye. You want to do another song?
I don't care. I will.
You sing some Alanis Morissette?
I can't. That song is so hard. It's not so hard. It's just, it's a lot. We have never even tried it. I mean, I really think like this.
You did. It's all good.
This has. Yeah.
It starts with vocals.
I know. It's got like a little drum thing. I know how it starts, but it's hard. You want to sing it, don't you? You
I
want
want
to
to
sing
play
it.
it, yeah. I just want to hear you wail it, but it's you wailing.
Yeah,
I don't do shit.
like I don't want to just like fuck it up entirely. Like I at least want to like sing it twice before we just do it.
We could cut it. If it
It's a
sucks, we'll
lot.
just cut it.
Yeah, but it's just a matter of like
Yeah.
not doing
Appreciate
it so
that, man.
much injustice.
Oh, cut it. Just Chris and somebody else. It's up to you, though. I don't want to force you if you don't want to do it.
I really think the fact that we only get to play music when we come here
Yeah.
means that this really, if we're gonna play music on this stream or this recording, like
practice?
it really no. When are we gonna practice? Well, yeah, we could practice, or we could just like really be like, hey, we do songs we don't know. I don't know. Like market it differently to where it's like this is entirely a practice sesh.
Yeah.
Rather than claiming we're gonna
Oh yeah, we're
play
not trying to
great
like blow
covers.
anybody's socks off.
no.
I don't think that was.
I mean, I don't think we ever claimed that. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Aw. We can't do that without Klein. It's so good.
Dynamite hack.
Oh my God, wait, what was that?
Hey, Chris just said dynamite.
I
hack.
know. What was this? What was that?
I don't
It's a
know.
band.
It sounds super familiar. Yeah.
It's a band. What was the song? The one song? I don't remember.
All right. So you don't want to do Alana, so let's move on.
No, I can't do Alanis yet. Not yet. She hardcore. Hold this over there. Oh, that's right. I knew it was something ridiculous. I did not remember that. But now I can picture like the video and everything. Aren't they like riding around in the Jeep or something? Like, because the boys in the hood. Are you playing Deftones or?
Trying to.
Are you trying to do it for real? One night that was 1 more time. We haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah,
That turned out
that's good,
okay, I
yeah.
think.
I think so. Hit the moods.
I didn't like the beginning is what like really set like just the way it like
Heavy. It starts heavy as shit.
the
yeah.
way that it starts. No, it doesn't even like. It's like it doesn't because the Deftones like come in with it in the way that they do, right? And then it's like, even more intense. But the whole beginning of that, before any singing happens, is usually what like, and like trying to hear because we always just play it acoustic, so I'm always just trying to like hear the drums when the drums come in, and it like. It does that thing that the Deftones do where it's like, I'm sure other bands always do this, but I always just feel it so much with Deftones where like what's happening is not slow, but when the drums come in, somehow they make it feel like it's all of a sudden this like slow motion thing, but it's not. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, totally.
I don't know how to describe that. Music stuff. I don't know words.
Halftime for you.
I don't know the words.
I don't know. That's
Is that not the Pumpkins? What is that?
No, it's the Deftones, the School. What's the name of that song?
School.
It's off White Pony. Not School, it's like
Maggot. Pink Maggot?
Pink Maggot. Yeah, Pink Maggot. Yeah.
Fucking love Pink Maggot.
Yeah. That's what that was.
I love that album so much. So good.
I mean, I'm
I didn't know you
super
were learning
rusty.
that.
I wasn't. I had that in my head.
Okay. That's fun. It just makes me want to like go listen to the album from start to finish. It's so good. What time is it? It's midnight.
I'm not. I'm going down a Deftones rabbit hole. Can you wrap it up?
Your hat is so far on top of your head. There's something funny about it.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like good night.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
No, I'm good. It's been such a chill night.
Yes. You want to do a chill version of TMNT?
I was just thinking of that. I was like, we need to change this up and do like a TMNT lullaby. Although we have no idea how we're going to do that. How would we do it?
So we're going to say goodnight
Are we going to
a little bit differently.
Hey, workout.
Yeah. So every Thursday night at 10:30, twitch.tv/theremightbemusic. And always on youtube.com/theremightbemusic. Please like, subscribe, share.
Like, subscribe, share.
We're going to go slower.
How are we going to do it?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power. They're the world's most fearsome fighting team. That was more fun than I thought it would
Yeah,
be.
it was.